Have you ever stepped into a new leadership role and thought, I don't know this industry. Am I out of my depth? Or maybe you're leading a team for the first time and wondering, how do I earn their trust when they don't even know me yet? Or here's a big one. You're trying to lead across departments, but no one actually reports to you. How do you influence without authority? These are real questions with real challenges behind them. And in this episode, we're going to unpack them together. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Leadership Project. I'm your host, Mick Spiers, and this is our Q&A style show, our new show where we tackle real questions from real people navigating the challenges of leadership. These are the moments no one puts on a resume, the things we lie awake thinking about. And today, we're going deep on three powerful questions. Here's the question from the audience. I've just been offered a leadership role in a completely different industry than the one I've worked in for years. I'm excited, but I'm also a little terrified. I don't know the jargon, the systems, or the legacy culture. Can I still be effective as a leader without being a subject matter expert? Or am I going to struggle to earn credibility and make good decisions? This is such a common fear, and let me tell you, it's not just you. Here's the truth. Being a great leader has less to do with what you know and more to do with how you lead. When you move into a new industry, you bring something incredibly powerful with you, fresh eyes. You're not burdened by how it's always been done, and this can be a gift. And for most effective leaders, they don't pretend to know it all. They ask great questions, they get curious. They build trust by listening deeply and showing respect for the expertise around them. There's a very strong chance that you've come into a team where maybe some of those experts haven't been heard before, where they've got great ideas, they're really close to the action, and they've got great ideas of how we can do things better, but no one's been listening to them. So you've got this golden opportunity to go in there and give them what they've been craving, to give them a good damn listening to hear their ideas, to help remove roadblocks from the improvements that they'd like to see in how things are done. Now, that doesn't mean that hard skills don't matter. There are some foundational capabilities that travel across any industry. Business acumen, understanding the levers of profitability, growth, and value creation. These are the things that you can bring to the table. Project management skills, how to structure the work, how to deliver the outcomes and manage resources. Critical thinking, how to assess risks and challenge assumptions and make decisions. You get this opportunity to pretend to be the dumb one in the room and just say, oh, can you help me understand this? And then to unpack it with critical thinking. But the most important is that people leadership skill, the communication, the emotional intelligence, taking the time to make people feel seen, to feel heard, to feel valued, to show them that they matter, to listen to them deeply. They may be craving this and they may not have had it from leaders before. So no, you don't have to be the technical expert. Your job is to create the conditions for the experts to thrive. That's what real leadership looks like, and it transcends industry. Next question, how can I build trust quickly with a new team? This one came from someone who just stepped into their first leadership role. I've just been promoted and now I'm managing a team that includes some of the people who used to be my peers and some who've been here longer than me. I want to do well, but I also know that trust doesn't come automatically. What can I do in the first few weeks to build trust without overstepping? Firstly, this is a brilliant question. And the fact that you're even asking it tells me that you're already on the right track. Trust isn't built through grand speeches. It's built through consistent small moments. Schedule one-on-ones with each and every team member. Ask them about what's working, what's not working, and what they would like to see happen. Then actually follow through with the things that they've asked for. Be transparent. Don't try to pretend that you have all the answers. Say things like, I'm still learning, but I want to get this right. And that kind of humility builds connection. Model the behavior that you want to see. If you want psychological safety, show it's safe to speak up. If you want accountability, demonstrate ownership of your own actions. And celebrate early wins, not just your own, but theirs. Make people feel seen. And one more thing, don't force trust. It's not a checkbox, it's a relationship. Let it grow naturally through presence, empathy, and consistency. And most important, do it through vulnerability. Saying things like, I don't know. Saying things like, I'm not really sure the best path here. What would you like to do? These are things that show humility and build trust. Trust isn't something you demand, it's something that you earn, and then you're on your way. And our final question today, how do I influence without authority? This last one comes from someone in a cross-functional role. I'm in a position where I need to work with other departments to move projects forward, but no one on those teams actually reports to me. I feel like I'm constantly chasing people down, trying to persuade them. So how do I lead or influence when I don't have the title or authority? Yeah, okay. This one's a classic challenge of informal leadership, and we all go through this at some point in our career. But here's the key. Leadership is not a title, it's a mindset and it's a set of behaviors. If you want to influence without authority, start with these things. Build credibility. Make sure your work is solid, your communication is clear, and your follow through is consistent. People respect reliability. Create shared goals. Frame the conversation around mutual outcomes, not just your department needs. Ask, how can we make this win-win? Start with something that you can agree on. It could be things like, do we all agree that we don't want to work this weekend? Yes, okay. Well, what do you think we need to do so that we don't have to work this weekend? Build relationships before you need them. Influence comes from connection. Take the time to understand what matters to others, what pressures they're under, what success looks like for them. What can you do for them to remove some kind of roadblock or to help them to be successful, and do so before you need them. There's nothing worse than someone that you feel like they only come to talk to you when they need something. Build those connections and build those connections early before you need them. Use storytelling. Facts inform, but stories persuade. Share why something matters, not just what it is. People connect powerfully when there's a powerful why to why they're doing this activity, this thing that you want them to do. It's a little bit of what's in it for them, but it's also what's in it for us. What makes this important? People get inspired into action when they understand that what they do matters. Some of the best leaders in the world have never had direct authority. They inspired action through vision, through trust, and through shared purpose. And that can be you too. So whether you're stepping into a new industry, leading a team for the first time, or trying to make change happen without a formal title, just know this. Leadership isn't about knowing everything. It's about asking the right questions, building trust, and showing up with intent. It's about making people feel seen, making people feel heard, making people feel valued, making people feel that they matter, and creating the environment where people can do their very best work. Now, if you've got a question of your own, we'd love to hear it. Drop it in the comments or message me directly, and I might feature your question in a future episode. We want to hear from you. We want to keep this show going with interesting, real questions that you're experiencing in the workplace. So until then, stay curious, stay kind, and lead with purpose. And we'll be back in the next episode with more of your questions and more tips and advice.